Hi everyone and welcome to Digitales, I'm Adam. After my video around the Philips Hue lights, I got lots of great feedback from everybody on social media, on Instagram and on obviously YouTube. And I decided to have a think about what other lights we could use to actually spruce up my streaming setup. And using this camera and looking back at some of my footage, I had a look over my shoulder at that very bland white wall. And I was thinking, well, for me, I've got quite a nice view. I've got all my gear and lights. So if I just switch to, let's say, a wide view, I've got all this equipment, and when I've got the games on and everything like that, I'm really enthralled. But I thought, how could I make things look a bit more interesting for you when I'm playing and streaming? And I thought, I really need to have a look at the wall behind me. And that's when I thought, I've always wanted to try out the Nanoleaf sets. And I started looking around at some of the competitors and the costs and the features. And I decided that Nanoleaf may have the answer to what I'm looking for. So I went to their website, and as you can see, it's pretty nice. It's got some examples of some different patterns you can do with the panels, and I had a look at some of the features. It's all modular, of course, lots of different colors, 16 million. It's got a rhythm module, which is optional, which means it's got a microphone that plugs into the panels, and it'll dance to any noise or music that's playing in the room, and I thought that could be quite cool. It doesn't need a hub, so that's great because I've got so many hubs connected to my router right now. I'm not sure if there's any ports left. And the feedback on the app was really good. It also integrates with Google, Amazon and Apple, and I think if this then that as well. So I could link it to some buttons on my Stream Deck as well. Really the hard bit is deciding on how many panels. So they have like a 6-pack, a 9-pack starter. Oh, that's pretty colourful. And I thought, well, do I get the 6-pack or the 9-pack, or even go all out to get the 15-pack? So in the end, I opted for the 15-pack, which is probably no surprise to anybody that knows me. And then I started looking at some of these larger designs, like the one on the screen at the moment, and I went, well, how many panels that? And that looks something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, about 24 to 26. And then I thought, well, maybe this 15-pack isn't that big. So I had a look to see if there's an extension pack you could just add a few more onto, because I don't need another power connector or rhythm microphone, etc. And they do sell a 3-panel expansion pack, and this panel just adds another 3 to the existing 15, so that brings us up to 18 panels altogether. So that should keep us going, except that I didn't really want to come up with a really great design and then just have one panel missing and then have to wait, an entire day for Amazon to deliver another panel. So I bought a second expansion pack, bringing the total up to 21. So I have 21 panels. But then I still was worried after looking around on some Pinterest boards that I wouldn't have enough panels. So yeah, I did buy a third expansion pack. So I have 24 panels. So anybody that was on Instagram earlier might have seen me put out a help, not from the fact that I'm buying too many panels, but help on some of the designs that might be useful, that would make the best use of 24 panels on that white wall right behind me there. And I don't know if to go onto the wall next to it as well, so you can actually bend it around the corners. And also with the power down there behind the daybed behind me, I didn't want a cable running along the wall, so it's a design that kind of starts at the edge of the bed and then goes all the way up and around so that the cable's hidden as well. So hopefully that isn't too much of an ask. So this video is going to be a bit about, well, you can look up all the stats. It pretty much connects with everything. Is it good value for money? Well, it all depends on really what you want to do and what you can afford. They are not cheap for what they are, but they're super bright and they're pretty much the only thing on the market right now that does exactly what I wanted it to do. So I've gone and done it, and I've gone all in, as you can tell. I'm going to kind of make this more unboxing and then try and work out how to do a design, probably on the floor, and then try and get them up the wall to create the display. So wish me luck. So lots of box to try and get into with my trusty knife. The trick here was to work out exactly how many panels are going to make the best design, and obviously I didn't want to waste any. So I looked on my iPad and got some ideas from the internet and just went round and round trying to work out what the best way to do things is. The problem here is you can either go for a super grand design and you need even more panels, or you go for a simpler design, you might waste panels. So yeah, I spent an entire evening trying to work out what I liked, and I always wanted to start from the bottom right hand corner so that the cable didn't run up the wall. So that was like one of the limiting factors. I then thought I'd better plug in the power and put it together to check all the panels actually worked after spending so much time putting this all together. Now when I add the power, you can just see how bright they are at 100%. They're so bright the iPhone sensor can't actually show the colors accurately, just because the brightness is just saturating the sensor. With an APS-C camera, which I'll show you in a minute on the Fuji, you can really tell what the colors look like, but I was extremely impressed. So let's see what design I settled on. So I'm back in the office and you get a sneak peek over my right shoulder. The panels are actually on the wall, and they're currently set to a scene which is to do with a certain very famous fish called a clownfish. So if you've seen Finding Nemo, this scene is called Nemo, and it's orange and white, and it's quite a simple one, but I quite like it. And I thought what I'd do is I'd move around the cameras and show you what you'll be able to see in some of the videos. So this is obviously just a sneak peek from the Fuji XT3. If I move to the Logitech Streamcam, then this angle, so the head-on angle, shows you a bit more of what the panels are going to do, and I can play around with the panels a bit more. So I'm just using an iPad app because my iPhone is actually recording this as well. So if I just go to a wide angle view, I've got the iPad in front of me, and if I just change to color burst, go back to the Streamcam, you can see this is at 100% brightness, and with this webcam again it's just too bright, it just looks white. So if I take this down, this is around about, I think this is 10%. You can start seeing the subtle color changes going through. Now to see a full view of what the actual pattern looks like, let's just go over to my iPhone. And I went with an arrowhead. So that's the design I've actually come up with. I quite like it. It was simple, but it's a little bit different. It's a symbol everybody can recognize, and I'm really impressed with the panels. If I just change to a flame effect, and it's quite a warm flame effect. If I just, let's see, if I turn off the lights, my hue lights there, so, and I'll turn off my Elgato. Right, so that is flame 100%. Let me just take that down. That's at 10%. And that's what it looks like, and it's really nice warm glow that it gives the room. And then one of the things that goes quite nicely with my blue lighting setup is this snowfall. Again, just bring that down to, it's about 10%, and this is just a white glow, and then a blue hue comes down the wall as well. And if you can make that out, I guess using the iPhone probably wasn't the best camera to do. I should probably use my Fuji to switch over, but you kind of get the gist, and I am really pleased. So please let me know in the comments what you think of the design, As I said, this is 24 panels, and you can't really see the cable, but it's on the bottom right hand side. The other thing that I've got is this is the rhythm pack. You can actually switch over to things that move to music. So this is, let's see which is a good one, pulse pop beats. So this is moving based on my voice. So if you've got music and you start playing that in the room, then this will move to the voice. So there's a microphone hooked up at the, see, it's just lit up in the bottom left, at the very bottom, the left triangle. That panel has a microphone in it, and it's moving because I'm talking. If I go quiet, then very little happens apart from the fan noise it's picking up from my computer. So really pleased with this. So if I just turn some of my lights back on, there we go, and let's switch back. So there's one other thing I forgot to mention, which is the integration between Nanoleaf and my Stream Deck XL. So if I go to wide angle view, I've got my Stream Deck down here, and you can actually program it to add a button very easily, turn your lights on and off with the stream. So I just press that button and the lights come on. I can change it to 100% brightness, down to 20% brightness. I can change it to all different scenes that I've set up. Go back to the pulse one to do with my listening to the music, and if I want to, I can then switch back to my snow scene with the click of a button, and that's it. So all integrated directly into the Stream Deck as well, which is a really cool feature. So that's what I managed to do with 24 panels. Please let me know what you think, and when you join us for streaming, hopefully this is going to be a bit more interesting, and you'll see different designs and different colors like coming out behind my shoulder. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and if you found this interesting and you want to know any more information, please leave me a comment and a big thumbs up. And if you want to see any more of our videos, don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and click the little bell icon for notifications as soon as we post again. Anyway, have a great day everyone. Bye bye.